Thank you, Jerry, and thank you all for coming this afternoon. Eternal One, creator and sustainer of this miraculous universe, we join together this afternoon seeking holiness and peace. We are blessed by your everlasting gifts, the gift of language that brings us together, the gift of gratitude that enhances our relationships, and the gift of empathy that allows us, at least as best we can, to walk inside the shoes of someone else, to identify with their pain and their joy, to experience the humanity of our neighbor as our own. But amidst all of your abundance, today we are challenged. We are challenged by firearms, lethal weapons that are intended to deny your gifts. Such weapons brings language to a halt, precludes the possibility of reasoned disagreement, cuts off debate and negotiation, and snuffs out empathy as suddenly as they can snuff out life. We are challenged as we have never been before, as the proliferation of firearms reaches epidemic proportions. On average, 33,000 gun deaths every year. Americans are 20 times more likely to be murdered with a gun than people in other developed countries. American children are 14 times more likely to die from gun accidents or violence than children in other developed countries. How can it be that we now have in circulation one gun per person more than 300 million guns? How can it be that we make up less than 5% of the world's population, but we own between 35 and 50% of the world's civilian-owned guns? In prophetic terms, this is the equivalent of an abomination, an unacceptable reality. And yet, we are here. As we join together, seeking peace and holiness, let us remember that every man, woman, and child is B'Tselem Elohim, that is created in your image. And let us remember that when we lose even one person to such violence, it is, as our tradition teaches, it is as if we have lost an entire world. Let us work together to oppose such violence. Let us work together for sensible gun regulation. Let us work together so that we might see our neighbors not as others, but rather as children of God, steeped in holiness and wonder. In this season of Passover, a time when Jewish people remember their liberation from enslavement and darkness, let us work together to liberate those enslaved by violence, enslaved by fear, and enslaved by a culture beholden to individual freedom at the expense of society's health and safety. May we work together, all faiths, all races, and all cultures, to end this scourge of violence and restore your gifts of gratitude, empathy, and peace. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.